Hello and welcome to another video. In this one we're going to be talking about pypi and what you should do if you're planning to deprecate old stuff. And the answer is not to delete it. And the title probably says that you should use yank instead. So I'm going to explain the difference between the two and walk you through a story of where the place I work screwed up. We're talking about CodeCov. So a few months ago in April, CodeCov deprecated a package that they didn't really support and didn't really want to keep maintaining moving forward, called CodeCov, and they just went to pypi and deleted the whole thing. I think it has been restored since then, since this affected way more people than they planned to, and this package just sits around forever now as sort of like an empty package. But it was just straight up deleted from pypi, and this caused everyone's builds that were installing this thing to just suddenly fail. And you don't really want to do that unless you're trying to make a bunch of people really angry. And so this is kind of the wrong way to go about this. So you don't want to delete stuff. Deleting from pypi breaks people's builds, is generally disruptive. Even if you make a mistake in your package, your package is completely broken or partially broken or has like a major bug, deleting is usually not the answer because some people may have already upgraded and pinned to that version and you will break their builds further than they're already broken from using a broken package. So I wanted to walk you through the process for yanking a package and how this can end up being different and why it's completely different from delete and extremely low risk. And I'm actually going to walk you through another, not to pick on CodeCov, but last week, CodeCov botched the release of 3 versions in a row. And we used the yank functionality to prevent breaking these packages, prevent people installing the broken version of the package, but not actually, breaking people that had upgraded and pinned to this version. You'll see that these 3 are marked yanked, and usually with yanking, you can attach a little message to it. I don't believe a message was attached to it, but this will prevent pip from upgrading to these particular versions. So for instance, if we have a virtual env, we'll activate that. If we were to pip install CodeCov, I'm going to specifically say less than 0.37 so that it tries to pick these ones here. 0.3.7. You'll see that CodeCov is, CodeCov CLI. Right, different package. You'll see that we ended up getting 0.3.3, so it completely skips 3.4, 3.5, and 3.6. And this is because pip will never automatically pick a version that's yanked. And blah, 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 install all this stuff. Well, that's a lot of dependencies. If we were to specifically try and install one of those yanked versions, such as if we did == 0.36, well, it crashed here, but yeah, and this was the problem and why we were trying to not have it crash here. If I do 0.35, does it work? Let me get a version where it actually installs properly. I think I need to be using Python 3.11. Yeah, and that was the package being broken for anything except for Python 3.11. CodeCov CLI 0.3.6. Pip should tell me that it's yanked, with a little warning message at the end. Yeah. So the candidate selected for download, blah blah blah, is yanked. Actually, we did put a nice little message here. Missing a required version file in the release will be fixed in future release. Yeah, so this is all yanking does. If you explicitly == install it, pip will display a warning, but let you install it anyway. And pip will not select it by default. So this is sort of a soft delete with a little deprecation message and can be really useful if you need to communicate why something shouldn't be used. There is one quirk about yanking that I've found so far. If you yank every single version of a package, pip will not allow you to install it unless you use ==, which, I mean, might be a good thing, but it's a little edge case in this. But yeah, basically don't delete. You're going to break people's builds. Use yank. It's specifically intended for this. It allows you to use a little message and generally makes it easier to pull old broken versions. There is one other thing to this don't delete thing. If your package is popular enough, which unfortunately I have too many of them that have fallen into this category, pypi already prevents you from doing deletions here. So in those cases, you only can yank. I guess to not break more popular builds, something like that. I don't know. I think pypi should just forbid deletion entirely and get rid of the feature and not have special tiers of important and non-important packages, because every package is important in some way or another. But anyway, hopefully you found this useful. If there are additional things you would like me to explain, leave a comment below or reach out to me on the various platforms. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.